Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Or somebody. Actually, two people in the house. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Welcome. Elangal, I see you. Appreciate you. Nice to have you in the building. Let me see the sound check. Sound check. Ah, good. The sound is good. Everything is great. Meg Feather, I see you. Thank you very much, Meg Feather. Eva Miller is also here. Thank you so much. Appreciate your presence as always. I see we are 13 people in the building. Hello, 13 people. Why are some of you not saying anything? Just say hi. Okay, come on, yes, like that. Say hi, like the live stream, and we get started. Yep. I see you. I see you. Hey, yeah. Guys, today has been a crazy day, right? At least what I think. It's been a crazy day. A very, very crazy day. Haven't even gotten a chance to watch Marwa's live stream. No. Like I said, nowadays I'm prioritizing the Mwango above everything else. The Mwango above every other thing. Okay, the Mwango gets the number one spot. The number one spot has none other than the Mwango. Okay, I see you. Vico Real Space, welcome, my sister. Erin Sukomons, welcome. Nice to have you in the building. Appreciate your presence. Nice to have you all. Welcome, guys. It is, what is the time now? It's 20 minutes to 1 a.m. East African time. Yeah, 20 minutes to 1 a.m. East African time. I don't know what is the time where you are watching from. Oh yeah, I see we are adding up. We are 23 of us. Let's keep on coming. Let's keep on coming. Let's keep on coming. I see the fake likes have already represented. Okay, nice. No problema. Welcome. Yes, guys. Hey, today it's been a crazy day, right? Like, okay, personally, I think it's been a crazy day. And I want to start with the crazy. With the crazy Bonny. Yeah. Cleobony is crazy. Okay? Cleobony is crazy. Please don't argue with me. Cleobony is officially crazy. And then we also have another one that is extremely crazy by the name of D Mwango. D Mwango has released a D Mwango has released a video criticizing her audience for trying to explain to her how things work in Europe. And she's literally basically telling them that, yo, you cannot tell me what to do because I have traveled over 70 countries around the world. I am the Mrs. Traveling Commando. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me like you have no right to advise me. Okay? Damn. Consmams Louisiana, I see you in the building. Thank you very much, Consmam Louisiana. Nice to have you. Mama Marie Claire, I see you. You're saying hi, Auntie. Does D not know that some villages called police on her? She even told them that she's making huge money on YouTube. Ignorant lady. Yeah, she told them. Okay, no, now today is when she's now giving a lot of justification on why she told them she's making a lot of money. You guys, don't you think that they already know this information? No. They already know this information. Even if I'm giving them, it is because they already have this information firsthand. I'm not doing something that they don't know. Like, yo, shut up. Okay, D? Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. That was the same thing that was happening with Cleo. Guys. Ah, hey. Cleobony deserves a medal. Cleobony deserves a medal. Damn. So Auntie, Sister D and Cleo are painting the streets black. I'm telling you. Yo, Cleobony started with this guy. What is his name? There's this guy, Village Echoes. Cleobony started with Village Echoes, and he was literally embarrassing Village Echoes on that live stream. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my good. Please stop it. Please. Echoes. Please stop it. I thought I have seen it all. Hey, this is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. So far, the I think Marwa was able to shut down Cleo, though he didn't really manage. So in this scenario, I can say that in case trophies are being given of somebody who handled Cleobony properly, I think we can say that David Jr. really handled him. Not the chasing him part, but trolling him. Like Cleo tried to troll David Jr. Okay, Cleo tried to troll David Jr., but instead, David Jr. was the one who was trolling him, like literally. So, hey, I couldn't help but laugh because I think at this point, I think I said this, yeah, and I'm just let me just, it's like I'm just cementing what I had already said. That at this point, Cleobony is not interested in anything. Cleobony is not interested in even like being, positive, negative, and all that. Cleobony is just interested in shining. Have you ever seen those people that whenever they walk into a room, they just want to outsmart and outshine everybody that is in the room? And basically, that is what Cleobony is literally going around these channels doing. Okay. He just wants to prove himself. He just wants to be recognized. He just wants that praise. He just wants to look like he's outsmarting everybody. And that is literally what he's doing. He's not interested with Marwa and whatever Marwa is doing. No, 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 no. I think Cleobony even went in Nyabohansa with a mission of just outsmarting Marwa, showing Marwa that, yo, bro, like, we are not, our intellectual capacity do not match each other. Okay. And that is why Cleo is so desperately looking for attention so much. I even had somebody saying that he called he called who? He called Mora. Okay. I heard that Cleobony called Mora so that Mora can interview him. But Mora turned down the request. Cleobony is literally now going and requesting people to do interviews with them. So apparently, when he called Mora turned down the interview. Mora said, "No, I'm not going to interview you on my channel." So I think it's like Mora knew what was Mora knew what was coming. She knew. She knew. I don't know if it's because she watched this guy, Getanye Senior, who turned his name to Village Echoes. I don't know if he watched that and she watched that and then she was like, me, you're not going to put me in that situation. Amara here. And then I think that is when he now reached out to JT. I was busy minding my own business and I'm like, let me now go to YouTube. I was doing some other things. Let me go to YouTube. When I'm just going to YouTube, boom, I'm seeing JT with Cleobony. What? No, this is not true. This is a lie. This is a lie. And I'm like, let me click and see if it's true. When I go there. Hey, okay. Cleobony has lost it. Okay, Cleobony has lost it. And mind you, he never answered any question that JT asked him. He was, and then he comes and then he interjects the tea and then he, yeah, okay. Cleobony is crazy, guys. Nicole Ebony, I see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Zims. I also see you in the house. I appreciate your presence. D, I also see you. Thank you very much, D. Nikki Oko Ogu, I also see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your presence. Vico, you're asking if he's sleeping in Nairobi. Definitely he's sleeping in Nairobi. I think he's sleeping in Nairobi. He's not going anywhere. He's definitely sleeping in Nairobi. But I've got to hand it to JT, okay? I've got to hand it to JT because me as NT, there is no way I could have handled that interview. I couldn't have handled it, to be honest, okay? Because me, I ask you a question, you have to answer that question, and you cannot redirect the question. Question, answer. Question, answer. Even if it means you have to explain yourself, but as long as we're going to get to the answer, you must answer the question. Anyway, I think that is probably because I've done this over 100 times or 200 times, because that is what I used to do before I began these shenanigans. So, well, okay, okay, okay. I uh-huh. I had to leave, couldn't watch such crappy nonsense. That is Zims, okay. You could have just watched, you could have just watched to I personally as NT, I watched to support JT because, like, he died for our sins. JT JT sacrificed his everything to have that interview. So I had to watch it and support JT, like support. Like, because the guy literally took over the podcast. He took over JT's podcast, like literally he took over JT's podcast. So it was a monologue now. It was no longer an interview. I think it got to a point where JT's brain cells were so much exhausted that even JT forced an end to the interview. You had JT saying, no, I cannot continue doing the video because the camera will not allow to continue with the recording. It will shut, and then when the camera shuts, I will not be able to get the footage. Come on, JT. So JT played. That was the only part that JT managed to outsmart Cleo. I really laughed when JT said that, and okay, of course, Cleo, I think he doesn't know anything to do with that. So Cleo just bought it and went, oh, okay. Cleo was like, let's go for 6 hours, bro. Let's go for 6 hours. JT's brain cells were like, not anymore. Not anymore. I can't continue. I can't continue doing this interview. Okay. But I've got to hand it to JT. Seriously. I really have to hand it to JT because me and T, I cannot, because you start trolling me, I troll you back, period. You troll me, you ask me questions that are irrelevant to the topic, I also answer you something that is completely irrelevant to the topic. You give me a topic about Malema, I give you the topic of Mahatma Gandhi. So that interview ends up being Madogodani and useless. And then I tell you, see, now we haven't done an interview. Let's just delete this thing because there is no interview we conducted here. Damn, JT did well. He did well. Okay, let me laugh because now I cannot cry. Let me just laugh, okay? Everybody, please let me laugh. I can't cry. Or Marwa sent, you guys could be joking on this thing and you think, oh, Cleo doesn't know what he's doing and all that. But probably if I don't know, I haven't asked JT. But in case Cleo is, because I was told that Cleo is the one that reached out to Mora to have an interview. Cleo is the one who also reached out to Getani, I think, to have an interview. So if also Cleo is the one who reached out to JT for an interview, who knows? Maybe it's Marwa, guys. Maybe it's Marwa who sent the Cleo. Could be a conspiracy. I wish JT was here to answer if Cleo, is it Cleo that wanted the interview or JT? Who searched for who? But from the disparity of how Cleo is, like Cleo is literally very desperate. Okay. In fact, we should be talking to who? OT to reunite. We need a reunification between on trending and Cleobony. Okay, we need a reunion. And Caro, we need a reunion. I'm pretty sure Cleo will allow that to happen. Okay, he doesn't care. Cleo does not care about what Marwa's audience think or what Marwa thinks. What Cleo cares about is the attention. And I'm pretty sure if Carol and On Trending asks for a reunion, Cleo is down for it. Okay. Question is is the other down? Are they down to it? Well. All right. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share this video, okay? JT should have done a wellness check before that interview. I asked him if he checked medicine, like this guy is supposed to be having his medication with him doing an interview. It's okay. Okay, on a serious note, guys, as much as that JT interview was funny, okay, to me, I saw it was funny because I was laughing at what was going on, not of the information that was being given and everything, but I was laughing at what was going on. And I think Cleo knows this, and he deliberately allowed himself to be in that position where people will laugh at him. Okay. Probably, I don't know. It's hard to understand the mind of that guy. Okay, like it's very hard to understand the mind of Cleo. But from the little videos that I've watched of Cleobony, one thing is very sure. Like one thing I'm pretty sure about him is that one, Cleo is so desperate for attention. Cleo is happy making the headlines, whether positive or negative. He doesn't give a damn. As long as he's making the headlines, that is what matters to him. Okay. Cleo is not about being sorry and all that. No, Cleo is about making the headlines. That is what he cares about. Even that arrest that was made in Namibia, I think they said that he was arrested in Namibia and things like that. I think he was doing whatever he was doing deliberately to make the headlines. And I will not be surprised if he commits a crime here in Kenya, okay, just to make the headlines. I'll not be surprised. At this point, I will not be surprised, because he's doing some very crazy stuff that it's only a crazy person that can do. So please don't tell me that this guy is normal. No, he's not. We can argue about his intellectual capacity because he's very, very, very well educated, and his IQ, mind you, with all the people that he's just interviewed or talked to, his IQ is somewhere else. Okay. His intelligence is also somewhere else. But having all that intelligence and all that does not mean that something is not wrong on his head. Like there is something that is wrong, despite all that. And the only reason why he's able to perform whatever these things that he's performing, it's because something is wrong somewhere. Somebody who is well educated, well, like high intelligence and everything, and 100% normal, will not be wearing socks in the city and gumboots and be showing them on camera like, I don't care, guys, you check it out and all that. And he's learned all that learnness and whatever. You understand? Like he will not put himself in that situation. Okay, somebody with 8 master's degrees and a PhD will not do whatever this guy is doing. So yeah, I know we have a point where we have people who are arguing and saying, no, you guys stop saying that this guy is mad. This guy is just very intelligent than other people. Yeah, I agree. That one I cannot dispute. I have seen how he has redirected every question that is being given and even end up questioning every person that is hosting him. He's the one that is questioning them. He's the one that is, like taking over. I think I'm now taking over, that I'm even forgetting that you guys are here. So I don't want to be him. So let me come back to you. Yeah. Nicole Bonny, I see you. Chuck Choma in the building. Thank you very much. Auto 718 is also here. Thank you. Getaway 150. Think I've seen you. Thank you. Lady Godiva, I also see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate your presence. Lady Godiva is saying, Auntie, what if he's playing both sides and was sent to find out where JT was? This all sounds odd with this Cleo. Lady Godiva, and that is what I was saying. I think you just came when I said that. I had already said that. Like, what if Marwa sent this guy to JT? What if, and that is why I said, I haven't asked JT between Cleo and JT, who reached out to who? If it's Cleo who reached out to JT, there could be a possibility maybe this guy was sent is like Marwa told him, like even not just Marwa, but Marwa's audience. And I cannot say this without mentioning Judy Moore. Okay. Maybe they told Cleo, the only way we can make you or we can forgive you is if you go and look for the whereabouts of JT. Go find out where he lives. Once you do, we have forgiven you. And Cleo comes there, you all say, this guy is mad and all that. Just come. And then okay, anyway, that is just saying. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think that is also plausible. Robin Millet, I see you. Lit for Sweets is also in the building. Thank you very much. Okay. Heather, I see you. Joe, I see you. Cleaning leaves, even the listener exhausted, exasperated, confused. Now imagine the host. Oh, JT was tired. JT was tired. JT was like, when is this horror movie going to end? Ah. Oh, okay. Well. I see Nads is also in the building. Thank you very much, Nads. Appreciate your presence. Yeah, Cleo feels abandoned by OT and M because he did videos begging them to let him back in. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. Nicole is agreeing with me that he might be mentally unstable. I'm pretty sure. Me, I don't know, but that is the highest feeling that is going through my head right now, that guy, chances of him being mentally unstable 98%. Okay. Lalia, thank you very much. Appreciate you. You're saying this intelligence is glitching and working against him because a seed of arrogance comes through. He's like a walking contradiction, just bulldozing through the conversation. And yes, that is what he was doing, bulldozing through the conversation. And every moment that JT was kind of like trying to bring back, to redirect the question of what he had asked, because he knows that he's dodging the question. The moment JT tries that, he will come in with a subtle insight. And then JT retreats. That is what he was literally doing. The moment JT tries to come back to the conversation, like bringing back, and then JT is like, okay, so I had asked you this question, blah, 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 you will hear him. Do you even know about Pan-Africanism? Do you know that Malema, okay, JT is reacting about Marwa or Malema. Damn. Do you know the president of Malawi and me? We were doing this and that and that and that. No, the question was this. Why are you now going to the president of Malawi? Why are we talking about the president of Malawi right now? Like he wanted, what he was literally doing was to dodge the questions that he was being asked, that he feels like those questions are controversial. He will dodge the question by asking JT something else that he knows JT might not be aware of. You see, that is how his intelligence was working against JT. That is what he was doing. But like I said earlier, JT has done a very, very wonderful job on him, seriously. Because me, I don't think if we could have lasted for 30 minutes. I don't. So JT did I've got to hand it to him. He did very well. He did very well, exceptionally well. Okay. Afro Forage, I also see you. Thank you very much for coming. Susan Chiwala, you're saying he has schizophrenia. Schizophrenia. Okay. You know what, NT? A person can can be do smart until they don't have common sense anymore. I think I had read that. Cleo desires praise, validation, and attention, like Marwa. Yeah. For me, it was more of attention. You see, he's even telling JT, you will get very good views. I'm telling you, you get good views. Why do you want to end the interview? Like he's so desperate for that attention that he didn't want even the interview to end. He didn't want that interview to end. And honestly, JT, wherever you are, if you are still ready for that, go for part 2. We are here. Me, I'll come and watch and laugh. Okay? Me, I will come, watch, laugh, to be honest. Because, like, anyway, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it's very difficult to sell, to tell. Like, for me, it's not difficult. I can tell for sure that this guy, all he needs is that much attention. Like, he's so desperate for that attention, and he's ready to go any rabbit hole or whatever, rat hole or whatever. He wants to go anywhere that attention is given to him. And then he wants to also make sure that he's the smartest in the room. And if you try to outsmart him, kinda, he becomes a bully to you. Like he bulldozes, let me use the word that somebody else was using here. He bulldozes his way into that conversation, therefore making your point or the point that you are asking to become irrelevant. Hey, anyway, Cleo was in his element at the JT interview. Delusions of grandeur on overdrive. Someone autistic is the person who might be able to successfully interview Cleo. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. If it was me 15 minutes, I would be like Daisy and Conrad, exit left ninja. Me too. Evamila. 15 minutes, you are good, because me, I will not have lasted there 15 minutes. I will not have lasted 15 minutes. Max, maybe probably 10 minutes. And this interview, we in fact, that we are pausing the camera first. You begin going off track, we pause the camera. Bro, relax. Like, are you the one who is interviewing who? Are you here to interview yourself, or are you here for me to interview you? You have to answer the questions that I'm asking you. Comprende? If you say yes, we continue. If you say no, okay, bye. It was good knowing you. My auntie, I see you. Rodani, I also see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your presence. I tried to watch part 1, but I could not take it. I tried. It was too much for me. Okay. Okay, me, I watched. I haven't actually watched all of it because I came when it was 1 hour gone. I need to go back from the beginning because I need to laugh. It was funny. Okay, me, I'm sorry, but maybe I'm weird. I don't know. To me, it was very funny. Sorry, guys. Sorry, but to me, that interview was very funny. So I will rewatch from minute 1 to 1 hour because I caught it somewhere 1:18, 1:15 there and watched from there. And I began laughing immediately because so I'm wondering, how did it begin? Like, I'm very curious to know how it all began. I need to go and watch it. I'm sorry, maybe I'm weird, but I found it funny. Okay, I found that interview very funny. Lady Con, I see you. Thank you so much for coming through. My auntie, long time no see. Let Cleo go to Jeff Koinange or Lynn. No, to Lynn, Lynn cannot handle Cleo. Trust me. Lynn cannot handle Cleo. Jeff Koinange, yeah. Jeff Koinange could handle him very, very well. Yep. He acted like someone who is bipolar and ADHD. It was insane. Left for an hour and didn't miss much. Bonny was still rambling on and everything he could think of. Okay, guys. Let me just say that was a sport. That was a sport to watch. It was fun to watch. I really enjoyed myself. And if JT brings in part 2, I'm down. I'm watching that shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching that. I'm watching. Okay. I got there. So it's hear Cleo's voice for a couple of minutes and clicked out. At the beginning, he was rapping. He was having a rap battle by himself. Total nut job. Whoop, 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 whoop. I would have messed them up. And you found it funny. Yeah, I did. I don't know the other word we said. Shredded fruit. What is that? Is that German? Are you speaking to me in German? Cleo is a brain scramble. Ah, probably Mora, after what Mora has watched from JT and the other guy, what is it? This the so-called village called former former Getanye senior. After maybe that, maybe probably we'll see an episode from Mora. Who knows? And OT. Somebody reach out to OT, tell OT Cleo is ready. Cleo is ready for an interview, for a reunion. Anyway, guys, let's go to something now serious. Well, in conclusion, like I said, in conclusion, Cleo might be also on JT because you saw King of Travel said he would be in Nairobi. So obviously Cleobony would want to feature on that interview again so that he can hijack the entire conversation, make JT look like he doesn't even own that studio, and make King of Travel realize that, oh, coming from the United States means nothing to me. I'm from South Africa and I can take over this whole thing. I have 8 degrees. Okay. So I'll be watching out for that. JT, please, tomorrow when you're bringing KOT, make sure Cleobony is there. Me, I'm down. I'm down for it. Okay. Right. Okay. Now let's go to somebody else who have a very serious conversation now. And this is none other than D Mwango. You know, like I said, D Mwango is my niche. Right now, she's doing a video, and the title also, right now as we're speaking, she's doing a premiere, and the title is also still as controversial as always, as she always wants that controversy. She's so much desperate for controversy because I think D Mwango and Cleobony should match up. Guys, who don't you think? What do you think about a collab between D Mwango and Cleobony? Because I think that will the only problem is that they can match up in yapping, okay? They can match in yapping, but it's very, very unfortunate that in terms of knowledge, intelligence, and all that, the Mwango does not even come to a quarter of Cleobony. That is the problem. That is why that combo will not, but it will be good. It can be a sport because Cleobony will be making fun of the Mwango every 3 seconds. So it can be fun. It can be a very good sport, right? Or am I too mean? Somebody will be like, "NT, you're not being mean." No, I'm not. Like, it's real. Dimwango is one of the biggest YouTubers who is completely dumb. Okay. Let me now go today and we play this video. I don't want to be here for very long. By the way, Marwa's live stream today, the thumbnail is Cleobony. Marwa is very much interested with how people view Cleobony. You can see that. It's Cleobony that was the thumbnail of Marwa's Liquid Blends video. I didn't even get to watch that live stream. By the time that I was coming in, I think he had already finished. I found JT's doing a premiere, so I just bumped into JT's premiere quick fast. I didn't even get to watch Marwa's video. I think I'll be watching that later. But now, in the meantime, let's go to the lady of the hour, D Mwango, and the live stream that she was currently insulting her audience, telling them, "You don't tell me what to do because my audience, or rather, whatever you guys are trying to advise me, the police already know." So whoever is saying that, okay, I was playing it and then immediately I clicked. I just saw a comment, someone saying it was just a script set up to court attention. Somebody just insulted Dimongo right now, 25 minutes ago, and it's her own audience. Yo, there. That Dimongo is doing scripts to get the audience attention. Pretty much what Cleo is doing. Am I wrong? Cleo is doing the same thing. So this is Mwango trying to justify herself. And remember yesterday on that video when she was doing with those police officers, she said, I was tensed because this has never happened to me before. So she said this has not happened to her before. But when the audience were telling her that she's talking too much, she's yapping so much, what did she go ahead and say? She said, you know what? She's another one who is suffering from bipolar disorder. She said in the video, she was scared because that has never happened to her before in the video. And then when the audience now was telling her that she talks too much and all that, she comes and tells them, you can't tell me what to do because I have been traveling over 70 countries around the world and I meet this kind of things every day, every day, every day. But in the video, she said what? So you see how these people trying to play us and make people look like they don't know what they're saying when in real sense they know what they're saying and what they're doing. Mm. I can just take a picture and I show. It's everywhere. But not Facebook, the idea. Even in Kenya, you need to carry your ID nearly at all times. Nearly. You know, nearly at all times. That's a lie. So yeah. In future, I will carry it for sure. Vera, thank you so much for 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Hey, people like Vera. Imagine it's Vera's daughter's birthday. We are supposed to at least send the gifts, but again, she's gifting me. Hey, Vera. Thank you, Vera. When I come back to Kenya, no, please come. I don't want that. I want where you're making a fool out of your entire audience, because that is what you usually do. And it's very funny. You see, there is nothing as much as stupid as somebody who literally knows nothing and then tries to pretend that they know. I would rather somebody who just acts like if you don't know, you don't know. You know, again, at the end of the day, nobody will beat you. If you don't know, you don't know. But you don't know, but you want to pretend you know because you don't want people to look at you as a fool or somebody who doesn't know. That is the most highest form of stupidity that I can say, because there is nothing wrong with not knowing. And actually, when you don't know and you admit you don't know, that is when people at least pump into your head a lot of knowledge that you actually didn't even know. Now you get to know what you didn't know, but pretending that you know, yet you don't. And then using the knowledge that you've been given by the people that you are pretending that you know things from. Okay, let me put it this way. I don't know shit, right? And then one of you says something in the comment section. Okay? Then I pretend that I know, but I use the information that you've put there in the comment section to pretend that I already know based on the information that you've given me to make you look like you're stupid. You're just giving me information that I already have. There is nothing as stupid as that. For me, if I don't know, I just say, oh, I didn't know about that, but now I know. You know, there is nothing as good as being filled with knowledge that you didn't have initially. And start being a philosopher here like Cleobony and start giving me examples of Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., and all that. Okay, there is one thing, guys, we can all agree on, is that Cleobony, okay, why did I have to go back there? But let me just go back there and say it anyway. One thing that we can all agree, okay, even if you don't, just agree with me, just pretend that you don't know so that I can just tell you. One thing that we can all say is that Cleobony wants something, and I think he wants to be recognized as a Pan-Africanist who is trying to unite Africans, and he's all about Africans for Africa. Did anybody get such vibes? Because I got those kind of vibes. When I watched him, when I saw him speaking about how he wants to unite Africans and things like that, and how people were humiliated by whites and things like that, and when he was speaking about the Nigerian, giving examples of Nigerians coming to Kenya and things like that, when he was saying that, I was like, bro is trying to be like a Pan-Africanist, something like that, something of sort. Anyway, anybody else who got those vibes? Because maybe I could be wrong, but I think those are the vibes that me as NT I got from him. All right. Tina, I see you. Colin, also I see you. Thank you. Appreciate your presence. Nice to have you in the house. Fadumo Abdi in the building. Thank you very much. Tracy Griffins is also here. Robin Millet. All right. I see you, Robin. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Chai R is in the building. Too bad he nuts for Africans to follow his nonsense. Okay, I hear you. Now he's a walking billboard for a mental institution. Immigration officer generally take over for an hour with someone unless there is a major concern or the person is oversharing. I hear. Okay, so let's go to D. And the title was it a setup? Was I set up by those villagers or not? Before coming here, they had my passport for 3 weeks, looking at it. You know, they will see all these stamps everywhere that I've ever been to. They have everything. They have everything. They have everything. Everything is existing. You know, even during residency application, you make photocopies of your passport and give them all the countries that you've been to. Guys, hey, I think I don't know, but here you cannot hide anything. Nothing. So you see, this is where we call this lady, or rather me as NT, I call this lady delusional and delulu together combined. Because this is not about the police having your information. This is about you sharing information that you've not even been asked for. If they already know, why are you telling them and they haven't even asked you? So imagine justifying all these just for the sake of not wanting to admit to her audience that she was wrong for oversharing. All this justification that she's doing, she's literally playing reverse psychology to her audience to make it seem like her audience are criticizing her for sharing information that was not needed. And then she goes ahead and justifies it and says, you know what, guys? You guys are saying that I'm oversharing, that I've given all my financial status, I've given where I live, I've given marriage certificates and all that. This information, they already have it. So I was just giving what they already have it. Question is, why are you giving them? Did they ask you for it? No. Why don't you give them what they have just asked for? Secondly, imagine just saying, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for educating me because I didn't know that oversharing was bad. I just thought I was doing something cool. But now that I know, thank you all for educating me. But because of your narcissistic behavior, you are a narcissist. You don't want to admit that you are wrong. You don't want to admit you're wrong. So you will go ahead and justify it to make people who are advising you to apologize to you. That is what narcissists do. The countries I've been to, they know. Even my passport speaks for itself. They know. They don't know. That's how it is, you know? Barbecue and invite neighbors so the people in the area know you. No, I don't need to do that. Actually, I wasn't in my area. I was in a nearby village. You know, that's where I was. So and that is the village that most people think. That village, they saw a suspicious girl walking around with camera, decided to invite the border patrol or the immigration or whatever. It is border patrol, right? And again, you see, this is why I'm telling you that this girl, she needs some education of, I don't know if she can even be helped because from what she was saying, it's like the border patrol. Guys, there is a very, very big difference between the border patrol police and the immigration. Or are they the same? Educate me, because from my understanding is that border patrol police and immigration, those are two different departments, though they work hand in hand, but very two different departments. So when Dee was trying to explain to people, she's explaining information about the border patrol as if she is relating, or rather she is referring to the immigration officers. And even when people try to explain to her, she still doesn't want to look like she's wrong. Like, not she's wrong, but she didn't know that. Nah. Our girl is always right, okay? Okay, ladies and gents. Okay, let me see. We have more people that have just joined us. Thank you very much. I see Lucy. Lucy in the building. Thank you very much, Lucy. I think I have also noticed the presence of Reina. Thank you very much, Reina. And Reina, you're saying D can never say thanks for the advice, and next time I'll take it into consideration. Yes, she can never. She will contradict that information, and then the next time that she will come, she will give you the same information, pretending that it's her information, or she is the one who has actually educated you about that information. Have you guys ever had, I sometimes used to have such kind of people that you will tell them something, okay? And then when you tell them something, they come and they say it, and then they forget that you are actually the one who told them, and they tell it to you as if you are a new person, so that you can think like, oh, this guy knows a lot. But in real sense, you are the one who gave them that information. He is that type of a person. And I've seen them, by the way, very many. And she cannot be helped because she's not willing to learn. She knows everything. Shay Lovely, I see you. Thank you. Nice to have you. Ason Thompson, I see you too. Thank you. Appreciate your presence. Nice to have you in the building. The question is, why are you telling every single soul in the entire world that watch YouTube your personal business? Are you some kind of danderhead? Definitely. Very big danderhead. And you see, the danderhead of the Mwango, she has kind of infected even her own audience, that level of danderheadness, that even their audience, you will see when they come here and they watch our reaction videos, you see, they tell you, why don't you show us your home? Why don't you show us where you live? Why don't you show us your farm? Why don't you, like, bruh? So because your girl down there is a dunderhead, let me use Eva Miller's word, because it's kind of softer than damp. I'm used to calling her damp. Damp is bad. So, okay. I wanted to escalate that. Let me stop. They don't have time. They are busy with their lives. At least in the village, you can find a few people who want to talk. But generally, people mind their own business full time. Did you hear what she said? And I wanted to speak about that. There, people mind their own business. They don't have time for you. Okay, people are busy minding their own business. But for some reason, D is into their business with her camera in their faces. I'm pretty sure, for those that haven't watched, you can go to our previous live stream where we reacted about the Mwango trying to frame the locals as racists. Okay, so D, she's very much aware that people there want to mind their own business. They're not interested with somebody's business or whatever. They just want to do their own thing, get on with their life. But for some reason, she wants to go and film them, record them, and things like that. She wants to do things in Europe as if it's Africa. Guys, there is nothing as good as learning somebody's culture. You know, when you've learned a particular culture of a place, it is very easy for you to adapt and not to cross with people. In the Caribbean, I think most of the Caribbean culture and the African culture is kind of like almost the same. There was a lady friend who visited us once here, and she was from the UK, and I was taking her somewhere, and then it began raining. So when it was raining, I told her, she was like, "Oh my God, now we're going to be rained until we get to the shops." And I was like, "No, we don't need to get to the shops. No, relax, okay? We just enter into somebody's home here in Kenya. You go into anybody's home and you shelter there, and they will welcome you and they don't have a problem. In fact, if it continues raining until the following day, you will eat their supper, and in the morning you will wake up, take breakfast, and leave. And there is no problem. But where she came from, she was so surprised to see that, like, okay, not like we slept there, but because we entered into somebody's home, she was like, "You can't do that in the UK." And I told her, "Hey, this is not the UK. This is Africa." So you see, these are very different cultures. And on African culture and the Southeast Asia countries and some of the Caribbean countries, I think it's like we kind of share culture, because I've seen several videos of something similar to that. It's only in Europe and America where, hey, you go into somebody's home while you're being rained on, they come with a gun. Hey, what do you want? Why are you trespassing? Warning shot. Ta, ta. I know I'm exaggerating, but yeah, that is the first that we see here, guys. I'm sorry. I know that you all, most of you that are watching, come from there, but that is what we see. And that is, like, I'm sorry, guys, but it is what it is. So, D is trying to get the African culture from Africa, and she wants to take that culture to Europe, going and recording everybody, thinking that everybody will be just comfortable in their home. You recording like that, walking into their village just like that. Here in Kenya, I can literally go to Nyabohanse village and walk however, whichever way I want. No problem. But you see there, she just walked for 2 days. They already called border immigration for her. Border patrol police for her. They already did. Come. There is somebody here who is loitering around. Check if she's legit. You can't go and then you act like this is Africa, and then and then she goes ahead and contradicts herself multiple times in her live streams and in her video, and even whatever she's saying in the comment section and what she said in the video, they don't even match. Total contradictory statements. Hollywood entertainment, they have it still. They have it. They have it. They have it. They have information. So whether I show or not show, it's all the same. And that's the truth. They have it. You know, I find that here in the US, even though I'm a citizen, these people try to intimidate you. Their presence alone makes you nervous. Me doesn't make me nervous at all. I'm a super guy. At all. I don't know, but everybody yesterday in the comment section, when I was arguing with you, I said that that is a scripted thingy, right? I said it's scripted. And then all of you made me to realize, or rather understand, that that was not scripted. That was actually something that happened. And you went ahead and showed me how nervous Dee was while she was answering that question. But you can see here what she's saying. She wasn't even nervous at all. She was very confident, very majestic, African empress. We human beings get different. Some of us will feel intimidated. Some of us, like me, will feel nothing. I'll just feel like, hey, it's their line of duty. I deserve to know this. I deserve to show them.
You know what I mean? I don't find it either way. I don't.
Anyway, let me not be speaking here like a robot and the live stream maybe probably has ended or something. Let me come back to your comments and see what some of you are saying. Susan Chiwala, you're saying she needs to understand they were asking her specific questions for a reason. She can be surprised when she goes for an interview. They can ask her about that incident. Okay. You see now, these are some of the things that I'm also learning. I'm not an expert. I'm learning, and I can't sit here and pretend that I know them just to make it look like my audience. You guys, you can't tell me nothing. I know everything. Okay. Who'd ask the questions? Neither will answer. Okay. Fake A, you're saying D was bragging as always. Bragging will lead her to her downfall. And I totally agree with you. Buddy, you intruded into their business. Elise Queen, I see you. Nice to have you. She told them about YouTube being her job and said she's filing for it, but remember, she's not yet allowed to work there. She needs to be cautious of what and how she's doing things. Yes, bragadocio. Did the bragadocio right? PKA in forgot that is her usual dish to serve. Absolutely. Lucy, you're saying she does not want anyone to record her, but is constantly recording everyone else as the entire family. That is what Marwa says. That is what David Jr. also says. Don't record me. You don't have a right to record me. While they go into other people's business, into other people's families, and record them in their homes shamelessly. And enter a random person's home to shelter without notice. Yes, check Choma. Yeah. What? Okay. The fact that you are shocked, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you are shocked that we enter into anybody's random house without informing, because you are walking, rain has come. I can't be rained on, and there is a house there. You go and you shelter, and no problem. Yes, I took my UK friend there, and she was surprised. She was like, "What? Wait, what?" Okay. Do you want? Let me play the video for you, my friend. I think you think I think I have even that footage here. It was raining, like really raining, and then we were caught in the rain, and we just boom, let's go here, and we sheltered. No problema. Here we don't have a problem. Like it's very fine. No notice, no nothing. You can't be rained on. That oh. Okay, let me see if I can get that footage. No. My apologies for the glitch. Damn, that was bad. That was bad. Yes, and Caribbean people definitely have the traits, culture, and characteristics of our brothers and sisters in the motherland. Mhm. The family is weird in a way. They film people, but they don't want to be filmed. Okay. Not in my house. You won't if your kaku likes. Hi, Auntie. Good to be here. Ndumbele, welcome. Nice to have you. Appreciate your presence and good to have you in the building. Dana, you're saying this one? Okay. I think I read that. D is not wrapped too tight, in my opinion. A few screws are loose. She was really popping her mouth and overkill on info to the officers, shaking my head. So you mean D and Cleo are okay. Junior, I see you, bro. Nice to have you. Jennifer, I also see you. You say D knows everything. So let's leave her to her educated mind. Not in my house. You won't if you hey, you people that have grown there. Oh no, I shouldn't have. I should have checked Choma. Okay. D has no manners as long as she's stupidness has spent continuously being observed. Oh, Maureen, I also see you. You're saying D has no manners as long as she's stupid. Okay. I don't think continuously or being observed. Okay. Uh, Know it all D is incapable of believing that she's not right in everything she does. Yes, she's always right. I'm behind with a video. In Barbados, you can stand in another person's patio and shelter from the rain. See, they are birds of the same feathers, minus education. I hear you. I think I've read pretty much almost every person's comment. No one's going to feel left out. Yeah. All right. And there is a person that I don't also see in the live streams nowadays, a person by the name Lady G. Haven't seen Lady G in quite some time. I also haven't seen Zena. There is Lady G and Zena. I haven't seen them for quite some time. Where are they? You see them, say that I said hi. Jed, you're saying the Polish border guard, Polish Transgranic is a border security agency tasked with patrolling the Polish border. Okay, so does that mean, please educate me, does that mean that where D lives is closer to the border? Does that mean where she lives is closer to the border? I don't know. I didn't do research of where she lives exactly and things like that because I'm not interested to know like exactly where she lives and all that. Now, I see Joanne, you're saying it's a shame that D is ignorant and doesn't even know it. No, she knows. She just pretends that she doesn't know. I'm pretty sure she knows. Okay, so let me finish up her video. D Mwango. By the way, did you all notice on that video, on that alleged detention video, did you notice that Peter was not talking too much like how D was talking? Peter only was answering questions that he was being asked. They ask, he answers. That's it. He wasn't talking as much as D is talking. Yet he is actually the one that is supposed to be free to speak as much as he wants because there is absolutely nothing that they can do to him. It's like if you visited me here in Kenya and we have an encounter with the police. Basically, I will speak as much as I want because for me, I'm a foreigner. I'm a citizen here. You as a foreigner, you'll kind of like, lay back a little bit. But anyway, she's no longer a foreigner. She's the original. She's a resident of Poland, so she can say whatever. People to look at like that, like she's African. Most of us, more a Poland, somebody would
easily assume, you know, like you are in abroad for greener pastures. If at all you're not a tourist, you know, for greener pastures, I would say. You know, and in most cases, people.
This is where I break, guys. I always know whatever you guys are saying in the comment section, and the right time, when the right time comes, I use you as an example. I remember there was a lady by the name Zims, aka Retired Life Journey. I'm pretty sure she's here in this live stream right now. She told me something in the comment section, and she said, "And team, D is pretending that she's not interested with the Polish passport, because for her, she's a rich YouTuber who has a lot of money. So it's not like she's a poor African who is going for greener pastures." You see, the same way that she's just said. Then Zims told me, "NT, now for those people that are living in Europe, you can correct Zims and me, because I now believe Zims, that if you are a resident of Poland and you become a citizen of Poland, that also means that you qualify for the benefits that a Polish citizen is getting or a European citizen is getting. If it's retirement benefits, you get it. If it's social security or whatever that. What is it? Zims, are you there? Say whatever you said now. This is your moment to shine." So she's here pretending that there is that retirement. Yeah, there is retirement benefits. And then other than retirement benefits, she also said something, healthcare and all that. You know, you also qualify for that as long as you are a citizen. So she's pretending like she's a very rich girl who has not gone there for greener pastures, but in real sense, in Africa, guys, yeah, in Africa, my friend, should I say it or should I just keep quiet? Hey, by the way, I checked my. Let me leave it. Let me leave it. I don't need to expose myself that much. I'm not the Mwango. I will not give you information that you haven't asked me for. Okay. Let me see if Zina is here and she's said whatever I want her to say. British Jamaican in the building. Nice to have you. D lives less than 25 miles from the Ukraine border. Oh, okay. It makes sense now. It makes sense. Those ones to be Polish police border patrol. I'm even worried about D because Pero and her will question separate if they say different information, permit will be denied. Oh, 13, you're saying in Africa, you can sit with strangers in the same table at a restaurant. Exactly. Exactly. Auto 718, they have D in Poland looking like a communist. Hey, bro. I suspect that D has been rattled by the incident. That's why she's still talking about it. This is your moment to shine, Zims. Where is Zims, by the way? Zims, you're supposed to be here giving us this information. Tomorrow is Zims. Okay. Yes, she's qualified. She's qualified for everything. A European Union citizen gets for retirements and has to work there and pay taxes. You see, and she's there yapping that I'm not here for greener pastures because that passport that you're desperately looking for is not a greener pastures. Ndio. Natuona kama madaktari yako. Auto 718, you say when she gets that passport from Poland, they're going to make her serve in their military. No, are you for real? Like Auto 718, are you for real? Like, is this information real? Am you? She talks nonsense all the time. Surprisingly, she still got the followers. Are you sure she never bought some? Cause I'd have expected them to unfollow cause of her stupidness. No, they cannot. They are a cult member. Those are cult members, my friend. Don't expect cult members to leave the cult. Very difficult. This is important for passport because she kept saying she can't wait to have her passport so she can travel 200 countries without applying for visa. So what is she talking about? Same thing. Singat, same thing that I'm also wondering. Singa, sorry. Not saying also D was speaking on a yellow immigration card based on what? On that, you are not supposed to work until a decision is made about your stay. You can verify, it's easy with Google. Oh, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. She needs military. That will put some sense in her head. Okay, does she, is she supposed to go to military, or you guys are making this up? Because now, you know, and now, before I contradict any of you, I have to be very sure. I don't want to make myself stupid.
Technically, it's improving every day. Okay.
No, I wanted to hear where 1 hour. Oh yeah, where?
Somebody would easily assume,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like you are in abroad for greener pastures. If at all you're not a tourist, you know, for greener pastures, I would say. You know, and in most cases, people, you know, as you all know how the media makes it look. Oh, in Africa, people are dying, people are living in caves, people come here because our countries are better, because they're running away from poverty and all that. So me, being one, I always, whenever I come across anybody, I normally try to make them understand that look,
I'm
where we
rich.
come from, we are not badly off as the media may make it sound. You know, we are also living a very
Okay. I'm trying to understand her mind, but still no, thank you. And I want you to look at this objectively. It's not like I am trying to contradict everything that she says, even if it's good. What she's saying actually makes sense. She wants to remove that stereotyping of Africans are poor, all they need here is our resources and things like that. So that is what she's trying to make it look like. She's trying to remove that stereotyping. However, the way that INT has studied the Mwango's brain cells, how she operates, how she thinks. For her, she was more of bragging than trying to remove that stereotyping mentality. There is a difference. The problem is she doesn't know. And the only reason why she's explaining this, it's because people called her out for bragging. So for her to twist it, to redirect it, to make it look like she's saying it because she's trying to remove that stereotyping is just an excuse of dodging the fact that people called her out for bragging. Now, her audience might not be able to see that or notice that. Some of you, I think you can look at the angle that I'm trying to look this one at. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I just want to say negative something about her. But no, I don't think so. I'm saying this based on her reputation, based on how she behaves. That behavioral pattern can tell me if indeed the Mwango is trying to remove that African stereotyping, or if she's saying it to brag. Because for me personally, we are used to her bragging so much to every other person that she meets. Okay. Now, if it was not about bragging, it was just about trying to remove that stereotyping. What was the purpose of her saying, I have traveled over 70 countries around the world. I earn a lot of money on YouTube. I have constructed a mansion in the village. I don't think if all that was necessary. And again, why would you suspect yourself that these people are going to stereotype you? You just suspect yourself immediately. You're just like, these people, they look at me, they see a poor person. So all I need to do is just make them understand that I'm not poor. I'm a very, in fact, very rich person. Make it make sense, because I'm trying to digest that. I'm trying to be in her mind to try to understand her. Hey.
life. We don't live in caves. We are building big houses. You know what I mean? We got a life back home. I'm not running away from home. You know what I mean? And sometimes this is from experience. Even when you go to these bigger shops, like big shops, like let's say Gucci, Valentino, and all these. I once went to one, you know, and even how they look at you know what I mean? It's like, did she really afford the prices in, you know? Actually, this is even one of the things, but I shouldn't have done it, but I did just when I was in Monaco, in which year was that? Was it 2023 or 2024?
You see, they always come out. They always come out to speak. They always, we normally say this, they will always come out and tell us. Did we go and look out for this information of the dress that she bought? $1,000 euros actually. Did we go and ask her, Mwango, why did you purchase this $1,000 dress? No, we don't. Now she's here, yapping again, giving us information that we do not even ask. We didn't. Or did you? Maybe one of you asked her. I cannot get 5D consciousness. Did you? Maybe I'm here saying this, yet 5D consciousness already asked her that question.
2024. I went to this store in Monaco, and they were really selling expensive dresses, like really expensive. Like the cheapest that I saw there was like 800 euros, I would say. Yeah, 800 euros, the cheapest dress. So I walk in there, and at first I didn't meet the person who sells. I think it was kind of like a manager. She didn't look like somebody who is talking to the customers and all this. And how she kind of handled me, to me, it gave me the feeling of, wow, she's, you know, she seemed like, will she really afford the dresses we have in here? You know, which is, I don't blame her for that. So I walk into this store, but the lady who was selling was super nice, super kind, and all this. And then she shows me the dresses. They were so expensive and all this. And then I ended up loving this purple dress that was 1,000 euros. You know, and I ended buying it just because the manager kind of felt like, you know, from how she talked to me, from the, you know, the first time I said to fit in there.
Now, please take a moment to call me Prophet Habakkuk. This is my moment to shine and brag also like the Mwango. Call me Prophet Habakkuk. Did I tell you that everything that this woman does is to prove a point? Everything that the Mwango does, it's not for herself. It is to prove a point to somebody. She does not have time to literally live her own life. Everything she does, everything she buys, it's to prove a point to somebody. The Mwango went to the village to buy property there to prove a point to somebody. She's building the biggest house than even Marwa's house and the Virginia's house combined. Okay, except the Virginia is smart. He's using brain. He's building commercial property. They're building houses that will having cobwebs and it will cost them $1,000 to maintain. So she's constructing a bigger house than Marwa's house to prove a point. She married a Muzungu so that she can get that passport to prove a point. Even the chopper that she took, she hired a chopper in Monaco. She did not hire that to have fun, to enjoy, to prove a point. D lives a life of fantasy. She thinks you've disrespected her and you said this, she will go and do something bigger to prove a point to you, not because she's in need of that, but she needs to prove a point to you. So you see, she's even admitting here, she did not buy that dress. Personally, I said she bought that dress, came to show off on the camera to prove a point to reactors. It turns out reactors had absolutely nothing to do with her buying the dress. It is the store manager. She felt like the store manager felt like she can't afford the dress, so she had to buy the dress to prove a point to the store manager, who is a stranger. They will never meet in life. They can never meet in life anywhere. But you imagine being so desperate that you do something to prove a point to a stranger that does not know you, will never know you. You will never even meet. I can at least do something to prove a point to Marwa, because I'm pretty sure Marwa, not I'm pretty sure, Marwa knows me. The Mwango knows me. The Virginia knows me. So if I do something to prove a point to the Virginia, at least he even knows me. But imagine me, just because somebody from Team Marwa comes in my comment section and insults me, so I do something to prove a point to them, yet I don't even know them. How miserable must I be? Damn. So she's here admitting. Did we force her to talk? No. Mm-mm. Nada. Here again, giving unnecessary information that nobody needed to know. She was probably thinking she will die with that information for the rest of her life. Nana. Nah. She must yap, and yapping she is yapping.
And then I ended up buying it. And then now she was smiling at me. She gave me even some cards. She was like, can we have like a number so that you can send new deals whenever they come in and all that.
So all that for approval, my dear. All that for approval. Imagine. Like you want to be approved so much. Guys, so far, how am I doing in analyzing the Mwango's psychological thinking? Imagine she did all that just to be approved by a manager, a store manager who is a stranger that they will never meet in life. But she did that just to get that approval, to get that hug from a European, a white European lady who is a manager. Oh, you've bought 1,000 dress. Oh. Imagine you spend 1,000 to get a hug. A moment of silence for the Mwango. Okay, thank you. Now I can come and read your comments. Huh. You guys with all the money looks like homeless. Hey, Alisa, I see you. Thank you very much, Alisa. Nice to have you in the building. She didn't hire a chopper. She bought a seat and... Okay, sorry, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Junior, I'm sorry. That's a tiresome life to live. Deluded Mwango has previous form for treating false flag drama for YouTube. Europe will humble her. She will soon realize her wealth means nothing in Europe. They will even question what is she doing there if she's so rich back in Africa. Joanne, you are saying, D, they don't know you are from Africa. They know you are black, but you keep saying they are nice. Please repeat that again. That is what even her own subscribers were telling her in the comment section when she kept on bragging. They were so nice, they were so good, they were so polite, they were so lovely. I could chew all of them. There is no way she'd buy a dress for $1,000. That's a lie. Did she show the receipt? And K. Pearson, for now, we just go with it. Okay, just go with it. Go with the flow, my friend. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. One can use her idiocy to control her. She will cry herself trying to prove a point. Lucy, rudia tena. Say it again. The only people who look at their skin is them. At least, yes, if the border police go back to watch about the baking cement. I want to prove a point that you are very rich from Africa. And then the police, they come and then, oh, you said you are very rich, but you can see here saying, guys, 1 bag of cement, 2 bag of cement, you know, $5, just anything that you can give. $5, $2, anything, guys. That $5 is 1 bag of cement and transportation fee. Damn it. Guys, sorry, apologies. We are out of me reading your comments. Let me look for a solution in 1 second. Don't even touch that, but I see you want to leave the live stream. Don't go anywhere. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I said 5 seconds. I'm back. Let me look for a solution. The tablet's power has gone off, so there is no way I can talk to you all. I can read your comments, but yeah, I'm looking for a solution in 1 second. So as I was saying, all this lady, what she wanted is just to prove a point to these people. So basically her entire life, she lives that life of wanting to prove a point to somebody, which is a very miserable way of living. Okay, if I may put it just the way that it is, it's a very miserable way of living. I better live my life, even if it's disgusting or whatever. But imagine today, this manager of this store has disrespected me. I want to prove a point to her. I met somebody, a stranger on the road. I want to prove a point to that stranger. I have seen one of my subscribers saying something. I want to prove that subscriber to that subscriber. I have seen a reactor somewhere. I want to prove that to that reactor something. Like, it means that your life, you will be running in circles and circles and circles, trying to prove a point to people. There is no time you will have for a moment of living your own life. You will be living people's lives, which is a very sad affair, to be very honest. It's a life that I would not want to live even for a single second. And that is the kind of life that Mwango lives. Yeah, so let me see what you are saying here. It's a very insecure way of living, not true self-satisfaction. You can say that again, Chekchoma. I'm 100% sure. What you're saying is exactly what I think. That's why I prefer Marwa over 3 siblings. He's always himself. Yeah, yeah, that one is another one. Yeah, he doesn't want to believe. But where? Elise Queen, don't say it. Rosio made Marwa buy houses. And by the way, one of the houses that was bought is actually not even doing good. Rosio is trying to, like, Rosio kind of was trying to control Marwa. Even those horses that Marwa bought and all that, it was because Rosio is the one that wanted horses. So Marwa had to buy horses to please Rosio. So yeah, but yeah, yeah. And he keeps fighting with his cords. Kelly Kowan. Hello, Kelly Kowan. Welcome to the live stream. You are late, but nice to have you in the building. I'm waiting on my citizenship finalization in Canada. I studied and lived in London. Lots of people know about immigration too. She's speaking too much. The problem is she wants other people to look like they are foolish. They don't know what they are doing and what they are saying. She's the only person who has traveled over 70 countries around the world and literally knows everything around the world, and every other person is very ignorant except her. Okay, she's the only smartest person in the room, period. The rest of you, nada. All right. Invest me Pascal Pasuka about similar activity donation. And T keeps writing with okay, I think I read that. It's a very insecure way of living. That's a sad life. Okay, I think I've read that. Good. Rodani is saying woman that persists too much. Okay, she wanted rich girl dog and now it's locked in cage, backing away. It's all for the show. All for the views. All for the views, babe. All for the views. And I think now, even the husband, Pietro, has been introduced to this life of to that life of showcasing and all that. So he's been whatever that name is. Okay. I can't pronounce it. Now I want to play my last Mwango receipt and then we call it a day for today. I want to go to play this last. Yes.
But again, never judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? So.
Oh my goodness. Hey. Wow. This phone, I can't see how to come back. There is no coming back.
Never judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? So whenever I'm in abroad and I kind of meet somebody, because I know that most of them have kind of this feeling, you know, of is she looking for greener pastures? Is she?
So imagine now. I want you to see the mind of, like I said, today I'm looking inside. In fact, I should have titled this video "The Mind of Mwango." So imagine Mwango saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover." And then when she's saying don't judge a book by its cover, she's still saying, okay, where is that? That is the problem with this phone, like the tablet one, because of the transcription.
So whenever I'm in abroad and I kind of meet somebody, because I know that most of them have kind of this feeling, you know, of is she looking for greener pastures? Is she?
And she's saying, never judge a book by its cover. But for some reason, she's judging them because when she looks at them, she sees that they are looking at a poor person. Are you seeing that contradictory messages that she's trying to put out there?
Is she? I just try to let them know that we are not doing badly. We are also, and that's why actually it reminds me a lot of my brother. My brother always says, build your home. Build your home. Because these foreign countries, they're not your homes. If tomorrow they decide today you are not welcome, where will you go? Back to the streets? No, you should be gladly be happy. Oh, maybe I'm going to get a free ride back home. I've missed my villa. I've missed my infinity pool. I've missed my horses.
Is she preparing for a deportation? What? Maybe people got too much into her head. Now she's preparing for that deportation.
I've missed my, you know what I mean? It's not a matter of crying in the corner. Oh my God, where am I going? Oh my God, I don't want to go back there. It's so bad. The situation is so bad. You have nothing to be scared of, anyways, at the end of the day. Because you're building back home. You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. You know what I mean? And yeah, I love it. Even in Poland, where I am, where I normally go for the gym and swimming and all, I love going to elite places. Not all the time, but sometimes.
There we go again. There we go again. I go to elite places. She's gone to that gym once, ladies and gents, once. But what is she saying? Where I always go to the gym is an elite place. She went there once. She showed that video once, and she even said in that video, "This is where I want to be coming." Bragadush. Bragadush Mwango.
People that I find there because I stand out, they kind of try to look at you. And they're like, where are you from? And they expect me to be like, maybe I'm from the US. And then I'm like, I'm from Kenya in Africa. And you are there in this place with them where they kind of consider as, it's on another level. It's not where the locals go. It's this class,
Hey.
And I'm there, your girl, just swimming with them in this big pool. I'm in the sauna with them. They kind of look at me. You know what I mean? I even told my friend, I'll be making this.
Oh, no. I was.
Somebody asked. Anyway, maybe I should say this.
Guys, you see all this for approval. Like even that gym, she's literally yapping. She yaps too much that she gives us much information that we don't even need. But you can clearly see even that gym. You see what she's saying. When I go there, they're like, hey, how are you be able to afford this and all that? Like it's all because she wants approval. Okay, guys, if I have a lot of money and I still want people's approval, then there's no point of me having that money, because I believe me having money is so that I can live my life without asking anybody for permission to live, or looking at who is looking at me and what are they going to say about me. Me looking for money and having money is so that I can live how I want, wherever I want, regardless of whoever says this and that. I will not want to look for anybody to approve that. Anyway, there's something I wanted to say, but I don't want to turn it into me.
I told myself, because there's a day somebody asked me at this place that I normally go for swimming, he asked me, what do you do for a living? I think he was just curious.
No.
Because it's on a weekday, I'm there swimming. And he's like, this girl, she should maybe be working or doing something. And she's here on a Monday morning, swimming, enjoying the facility. She doesn't have work to do because the place is nearly empty. You know what I mean? Because people are working, you know?
And
I thought to myself, maybe
it's not like she's also not working. Don't get me wrong. She's saying that people are wondering why I'm not working. No, she's seated there. There is somebody else who is working for her. Judy Moyo is working. Janet Harris is working. Okay, no disrespect to any of the mentioned people.
Somebody asks me, maybe I will tell them I'm the president's daughter. I just thought about it. I said to myself, should I tell this guy I'm the president's daughter?
And by the way, this one can. She's so desperate for approval, she can say it, or probably she even said it. You might be thinking that this is a joke, but it's not a joke. It's true. She said it. I'm the president of Kenya's daughter. If she went to Jamaica and lied to them that she's an empress, she's a queen.
You know what I mean? And then I said,
anyways, relax. You make too much noise. Let me see what you all are saying before we end this live stream. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Guys, you know what I mean? I'm the president's daughter. You know what I mean? Okay. I will start with Dana. Dana K, you're saying she keep on looking on the side. Is she scared of Pero? Probably she knows Pero will be like, you're lying there. Yeah. Yellow paper is equals to no workers condition. Then this yapping bad is telling the immigration how much she makes as a YouTuber. And as you can see, I'm vlogging. As you can see, as you speak to me, in short, I'm making you part of my work. She's lucky if she don't get returned back to her country while she awaits the decision from the immigration. That is Keliko one. Oh, they can do that. They send you back home as they wait for the decision. I didn't know they can do that. Damn. She has money in Kenya, but not in the West. It's 150 Kenyan shillings to 1 USD. She knows she may be deported. She talks too damn much. Petro is saying, what the hell did I get myself into? NT, did you read? I wrote the benefits a citizen gets or even a resident healthcare too. If working, a small part of a salary is taken for this, but it's a standard amount taken. It's small. All right. Okay, Zims, thank you. Yeah, I think I read the other one, the other message that you left earlier. I read it. Her riding around, driving all sorts of attention. She's supposed to blend with society, not stand out, creepily stalking the villagers and disrupting peace without invite. Delia will pass through airport and she's been to that country plus counting it as part of her 70 countries. Then you can explain why you are not in Carriers, France, where there is an illegal immigration. Can make it make sense. Do you want to upper class and she playing natural at the same time? Che are saying another level is a small fish, small farming village. Is she kidding? They meant her sign that paper for a reason. With all her yapping, she didn't ask why I'm signing this. By the way, she didn't. Neither did that guy. Neither did Pero ask. Are they two delulus? Hope, do you want brag to immigration officials during the interview? I'm telling you. Oh, don't even say it, Elizabeth. Why are you chanwaring her? Wachana na wewe. Anajua kila kitu. She knows everything. Why are you telling her? She can't be told anything. She's a genius, okay? She needs to sit down and wait for her residence. All right, okay. Nad's saying, okay. Any government office or library will have rules for immigrant residents, right? Okay, ladies and gents, I think this is where I end this live stream. Although she had to sign because it's compulsory, she lied about how they met. She said in Kenya, she better hope Pietro hasn't said the truth that they met in a dating site. Marwa told us, yeah? She also said it. She also said it. I think maybe you missed that, Chechoma. She also said it. She said on online, and then because they were talking and talking and talking, and then finally meeting physically. It was in Kenya, so she basically told us herself on a live stream. I think you missed that. I reacted on that. Although they have the right to stop and question her, they are just letting her know the authority and why she is being questioned. It's mandatory. The sign. Oh, can you imagine if Dee was rich for real? She would be singing about how rich she is. At a point, she said, people say she looks like Rihanna. Oh, no way. No way. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because now I'll be calling her. I'll call her Rihanna. I found some good stuff on Bonny. I will go live later. Okay, Kung Fu. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting to see. Interestingly. Hey, JC. JC, you need to rewatch this live stream because you're just coming when we are finishing off. Even Kung Fu Fanta, you are coming when we are finishing. Going with a lawyer would not help the lawyer. It's not allowed to be in the room while you are being interviewed. No? The blind leading the blind, taking what the Lulu feeds you and swallowing it whole without question. It's ridiculous. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this moment to end this live stream. And first and foremost, thank you very much for watching up to this point. I don't take it for granted. And yeah, you can also let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, let me know what you think in the comment section about the analyzation of D Mango. Also, tell me what you think about Cleobony. Yeah, and if you've just joined now, please, you can watch the video. I would really, really appreciate that. And please don't skip the ads while you're watching. Remember, we are not being sponsored by any brand, be it liquid blends, be it whatever. You're not being sponsored. So you not skipping the ads, that is you sponsoring now the video. So this video has been entirely sponsored by all of you. Thank you all. Bye-bye. And I'll definitely be seeing you in the next one. Thanks to all my moderators, Lucy, Chioma, Auto718, and who else? I think I saw Chioma, Lucy, Auto718. I think I saw somebody else and they disappeared. Another moderator, forgotten who, but I saw a moderator. They went. John Pico, you just got here when we are finishing, bro. Like, you'll have to rewatch, bro. We just finishing. Sorry, we gotta go. We'll see you in the next one. Hey.